All right. Well, we are live, everybody, and I'm so excited that you're here. My name is David Bush, and I got a chance to be your moderator and your presenter for these huddle ups. We're going to have these huddle ups every Tuesday night at 7:30 Central Time. Figure out the math on your time zone. But we're going to do these 30-minute huddle ups to try to bring our group together for this 4-week health challenge that we're calling the Summer Shape Up. This is, I think, the 12th or 13th challenge that we've done, and we're so excited that you're participating, whether it's your first challenge or your 10th or your 13th. We're excited that you're here. My cohort, Craig Blanchett, is off and helping out with a wheelchair sports camp this week, and so he won't be here this week, but we'll have him join us here in the next weeks, and he'll share some great ideas and tips with you as well. But Craig and I have had amazing transformations using our health coaching program and our health challenges, and it's just been an awesome pleasure to be joined up with other people in this optimal health community. Whether you're doing our coaching program or whether you're doing your own thing, we're just excited that you're here, and we're excited that you're inviting other people, and we're getting America healthy, and it's been fun. We've had over 200,000 people that have participated in our online health challenges, and we just think that it's going to get more and more exciting as more people get healthy and more people pay it forward to other people. So in today's Huddle Up, we have a real fast agenda because we're only going to be here for 30 minutes, and we're already 4 minutes in. So we're going to talk about some challenge basics, and the challenge basics will help you to become a winner in the challenge in the next 28 days or 26 days as of tomorrow. And we're going to go through some goal setting tips. Some of you have maybe struggled with goal setting in the past. Maybe you have been kind of fearful of goals, or maybe you have been a chronic goal setter, but maybe you haven't been great at achieving goals, or maybe you're a rock star at goals, and some of this stuff will be review, but I'm confident you're going to pick up a couple of great resources and some tips. If you want to take a look at this link, I'm going to post this link in the chat message here in just a moment, but this link will give you access to a success plan. It's a well-being evaluation in addition to a goal-setting tool that we provide as a free service as part of our challenge, and we hope that you will connect up with your team leader or the coach that invited you into the challenge so they can help you to refine your own personal success plan and you can get the most out of the challenge. We're going to talk about creating optimal health tonight. That may be a little intimidating, but I'm going to tell you it could be the very best thing that you could get out of this challenge, is the idea of creating optimal health in your life. And we'll go into more detail. And then I've got a couple of panelists with me tonight that are going to share some of their success stories and how they've used goal setting to create optimal health in their life. So let's go ahead and dig in. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw it over really quick to Mark Blankenspore. Mark has been somebody that I've had a chance to get to know very well. And he's been on this health journey with me for the last 7 years, and he's participated in nearly every single challenge, and he has had one of the largest rooms in every challenge. So he's really knowledgeable. And Mark, just give us a little bit of a background of what your experience has been in the challenge and what people can expect over these next 4 weeks.
The challenge is what you make out of it. And if you've got a positive attitude, and if you're looking for something that can be a positive thing, stay plugged in. Stay connected with these huddle ups that we do on a weekly basis. Stay connected with the team wall and the conversations that you see there. You know, put questions out there that other people can answer. Encourage others. Just make the most of it. That's what I would encourage.
That's great. Well, we've also got with us Jan Paxman. Jan's been another raving fan for the challenge. She's got an amazing journey. We're going to hear more about her story. But Jan, what kind of tips can you give the challengers that are just joining us here this evening? Oh, get your phone off of mute. Sorry about that.
Yes, indeed. Okay, thank you so much, Dave. And thanks, Mark. I agree with Mark. Being plugged in and part of it is just the most fun. I think something that really helps is to, maybe go in the morning. First thing, if you can just set aside a couple of minutes in the morning to go in and do your daily reading or watch a little video or something at that point. Kind of centers you, sets the stage for the day. And then as you go through your day, your mind is on it. And then at night, if you put a little notification in your phone or something that just reminds you to go in there and account to yourself and just tally up those points. And at night, it's kind of like a little check-in with yourself. You know, how did I do today? And that's just a really great way to remind yourself to go in and get those points. One of the gals on my team just posted that in our team challenge wall today, and just said, hey, you guys, we want to get all our points. Don't forget to remind yourself to get those points. So I think that's a great way to kind of let the flow happen, is just to center in the morning and then a count at night.
That's great. Yeah, having those reminders are really important, just because sometimes life just gets crazy and you forget about checking into the challenge, and then you did really well and you didn't get your points, or you needed that motivation and you totally missed out on it. So some of you have seen the challenge launch video. If you haven't seen that, here's a quick recap. You know, get those healthy habit points every day, and get the most out of the challenge by participating. Make it a priority, as Jan said. Prioritize your health. Prioritize the challenge. Get it into your daily calendar. It only takes 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes at max, to get all your points in. And don't spend all day on there. Just get in there, get your energy, get your motivation, give a little bit of encouragement, and then move on with your day. Some of you may need a little bit of help in your development of your plan. You may not know how much you should lose or what goal you should choose, but you have 2 different options, and this is really important, so listen carefully, is that if you choose the 4% or more weight loss, you need to have a good plan. We don't want you to be doing a liquid diet at the last 7 days of the challenge. We want you to make healthy lifestyle choices. And we want you to make sure that you are eating healthy and being active. So if you don't have a good strategy to lose 4% of your body weight in a healthy manner, don't set an unrealistic goal. We're going to share with you how to set some more smart goals, but in this particular case, do not set an over-aggressive goal if you don't have a good plan to get you there. We have individuals that are doing a specific meal plan in our coaching program, and they have a very realistic chance of losing 4% or more of their body weight in the next 4 weeks. But for those people that are just trying to wing it or think that they can do it, we just urge you to be very careful about selecting that option, because we want you to be a winner in the challenge, and it may be better for you to choose the weight maintenance track, which allows you to lose up to 4% of your starting weight. You just can't gain more than 1% of your starting weight. If you have other family members and friends and coworkers that may want to join in with you, we strongly recommend that you encourage them to join in regardless of whether they decide to do so, because it really helps you to build that support circle around you, and you start telling your friends that you're making a decision to get healthier. And some of them will choose to join you and some won't. But if you don't send out an invitation, you never will know. And neither will they unless you end up telling them in personal conversations. So part of the reason why we give points for invitations is because it helps to strengthen the support system of an individual challenger, which is the #1 thing that's going to affect your long-term success in reaching a healthy weight and maintaining a healthier lifestyle. If you have not had a chance to meet your team leader and the coach that is connected back to you, reach out to them and invite them into a conversation. Ask them about, developing a success plan, asking them for tips. They have a whole bunch of resources available, and they're more than willing to help you to get off to a great start. A couple of things just to make sure that you're aware. On the main challenge wall, there's an important resources section. You have to click on the plus sign to make it expand, but there's a whole bunch of really cool information in there. We have all of our contests that are listed there and the times that they're going on. These are side contests that you can actually win prizes and money. And so make sure that you go into the important resources section immediately following this webinar or first thing tomorrow morning and just get comfortable with all these great resources that are available down there. There's helpful tools, important links, and also great information about how you can win special prizes all throughout the challenge with our side contests. So as we jump into today's Huddle Up, we're going to talk about goals. Now, before we do that, I want to do a quick little survey, and I want to ask everybody whether or not that they are a goal setter. So if you've navigated away from your computer, come on back and cast your vote. If you have the ability to go onto your screen, you should be able to select an answer. You can only select one of the answers, and so go ahead and cast your vote. We're going to close up the poll here in just another couple of seconds, so if everybody can come in and cast your vote, we'd really appreciate it. So the question is, are you a goal setter? And there's a whole variety of different answers in there. So cast your vote. There's about 40 people that have not voted, so if you've navigated away, we're going to wait for you for about 10 seconds. and then we're going to close the poll, and we're going to show you the anonymous results. I'm excited to hear what everybody's answer is here. Let's take a look. We got about 20 more people that can vote, so go ahead and cast your vote, and we'll close it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's enough. Thanks everybody for casting your vote. So here's what the results look like. And so we've got 46% of the participants are people that have written goals, so good for you. You probably have played in the challenge before, and some of you are maybe struggling with goal setting, and maybe some of you abhor goal setting. Hopefully you'll be open. You know, they say that the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. So hopefully you'll keep an open mind about some of the goal setting techniques that we share tonight, and you'll get a chance to maybe implement something that you learned tonight into your world. So let's go ahead and jump in. So one of the things that we really want to focus on is that we're an optimal health coaching company. We are a group, a community of certified health coaches for a company by the name of Take Shape for Life. And that program and what we do on a daily basis is not about helping people to lose weight. Weight loss is just one part of what we do. We really like to help people to show them how they can gain optimal health in their life. And so if you are going to be using the scale as a form of measurement for success, that's okay, but we want to make sure that you're aware if there's other things that you can set goals on, such as body fat percentage or increased strength and flexibility, or it could be, body measurements, the inches that you want to lose over the next 28 days. Could be blood pressure, cholesterol, medications being decreased, how you feel emotionally, or your energy level. There's a whole bunch of positives that you can celebrate beyond just the scale. We have called this a health challenge because we want you to get healthy. We don't want you just to lose weight. So if you got into this challenge with a weight loss goal, that's totally cool. But if you will maybe embrace the idea of expanding your horizons, I think you're going to get more out of the challenge, and you're going to have more long-lasting success than just trying to resolve a problem in the next 4 weeks and then potentially stopping doing what got you going, just because the pain of the problem isn't as significant as it was when you first started. We have this little evaluation, and I put inside the chat. You can look at the My Success Plan. Maybe Donnie or Mark or Jan can repost that a couple of times, just so that everybody gets a chance to download that. We'll also post this with the recording so that everybody has access to it. But this is a really cool well-being evaluation that allows you to address all aspects of your health and your life to really get a good snapshot of where you're at in your current circumstances. Now, this is not a life sentence if you're not doing well, if you're not doing better than average or thriving. It's not to say that you have to stay there. It's more of just the awakening of, this is where I'm at in all the areas of my life. And what we address in our coaching program is that everything affects everything. So if you're not doing good in a couple of areas, you may need to make some adjustments in each area to truly find success in the area that you desire to improve in the most. What that means is that if your mental health is not doing well, but you want to get physically healthy, oftentimes it's not necessarily what you're consuming that's the problem. It's more about what's consuming you that's the problem. And your coach has some tools and resources to help you to de-stress and to eliminate some stressors in your life, to help you to sleep better. And again, if you're not incorporating little aspects of the habits of health in all areas of your life, your success during the challenge may be significant in terms of weight loss, but the long-term success is probably going to be minimal. We want to help you to move towards the right quadrant of what I'm showing on the screen. This comes directly out of our health coaching course, which is called Dr. A's Habits of Health System. And what Dr. Anderson talks about is helping individuals to really clarify the goals that they have for their life, not just in the physical aspects, but in all areas of life, so that they have goals that go beyond just the idea of dropping weight or dropping inches, but that they have goals to strive and thrive in their life so that they live an abundant life. And we're going to hear some individual challengers and clients and coaches of our program who are going to give you some examples of what they've done to move forward in their life. Some of you have gotten to the point where, maybe you're looking at past experiences and you're looking in the rearview mirror of what you've done in the past or what you've been or what you could have been in the past, but you weren't. What we want to do during this challenge is that we want you to focus on the idea of looking through life in the windshield rather than in the rearview mirror. Rather than focusing in on all the failures and all the things that you could have done and the 40 pounds that you lost 6 years ago, but you gained it all back, we don't want you to focus on what you were. We want to focus on the idea and the life that you want to create. And so our coaching program and all the things that you're going to see in the challenge are going to help you to build the fundamental steps to get you on the road towards the future life that you want to create. We like to ask the question oftentimes, if you could have optimal health in your life, would you want it? You may not have started this challenge with the mindset that you're going to create optimal health in your life, but we're confident that if you make the decision that you want optimal health in your life, you'll do whatever's necessary to organize your life around what matters most, and that would be to create it. And we have the tools to help you to create it, and the challenge is just one of the tools that we use, and one of the most powerful tools that we use to create community and structure. But we have a whole bunch of other resources and systems that can help you to really thrive in your life. And I'll ask some of our panelists to talk a little bit more about that when they share their story. So there's lots of reasons to go out there and create goals and to create a healthier lifestyle. What are your reasons? Do you even know? Did you join this challenge just because somebody else invited you, or do you really have clarity on the reasons of why you want to live a healthier lifestyle? You know, the reasons that I like to remind people is that, you know, one half of your life is the word if. And if you are not the healthiest version of you, how are these other areas of your life affected? These are pretty powerful areas. And one of the questions that my coach had to ask me was, Dave, how have you allowed those areas to be affected? Because you didn't set a goal. You didn't set a deadline of doing the things that you wanted to do. And I can tell you, I had a whole bunch of reasons of why I didn't achieve goals, or I didn't want to set goals, because life had gotten tough, because I just wanted a more convenient life. And my coach told me, he said, Dave, if you don't set those goals, you will likely end up living a very ordinary life, and you can very likely become complacent. And then he defined what complacency was, and that's the act of becoming self-satisfied, unaware of possible dangers. And maybe you're at a place right now where danger has gotten to the point where the alarms are going off, and so you have to do something. But what we want to challenge you to do in this challenge is to think about what an optimal life would look like for you, physically, mentally, financially, vocationally, and use this challenge as a life awakening, not just a weight loss awakening that helps you to solve a problem for 28 days. We want you to use this as a way to maybe think about how life could be different, how life could be significantly more optimal. I want you to think about right now, for your life to be optimal, what is the big thing that needs to change? Is it really the fact of getting healthier physically? Or is there something else out there that needs to change? That's what we want to start talking to you about. You may not know what that is, but we want you to think big. We want you to think about, what's the decision that you could make that if you knew you wouldn't fail, you would make it? Is there something out there that you've been holding back on that's really making you a little bit more fearful? Maybe there's this idea of you wanting to do something or be something and have something, but nobody else in your family or friendship circle agrees with you. You know, Helen Keller said that security is mostly a superstition. You know, living a secure, ordinary life is not really something that, you know, we grew up and dreamt about as little kids. She goes on to say that it does not exist, and danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. And then her great quote is, life is either a daring adventure or nothing. And my question to you tonight is that if you don't have goals, how could your life be a daring adventure? You know, if you have goals in your life, you can begin to think about the mountaintops, and you can think about the things that you want to accomplish that is going to make it to be a little bit risky. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zone and try something new, or go after something that maybe you failed at before, but that's the adventure that we're trying to call you to do. And right now, you may feel like that you've got chains of addiction or chains of fear or barriers that are holding you back. But if you plug into our coach and our coaching system, I'm promising you that you can break those chains. You can take those chains off of your legs and you can go to new heights, but you have to set the goal to get there. that may be just, very small to begin with. It may be a specific weight loss goal, and it may be an exercise goal, or it may be a body fat percentage goal, but it takes you to step out of your comfort zone to get clarity on that before anybody can help you to do what it is that you want to do. And I'm gonna introduce you to a friend of mine who's been a great inspiration to so many people. Her name is Jan Paxman. She's a former nurse and a certified health coach that has helped many people to break the chains and to go to new heights. And I'm gonna have her share a little bit more about her story, and I'm sure you'll be inspired by it. Jan, take it away.
Aw, thanks, Dave. I appreciate you inviting me to be on tonight. And I still am a nurse. I keep my license.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. Sorry about that.
It's okay. No, I don't mind missing out on those nights and weekends and holidays. It's nice to not have to work those, but I do keep my license current because it helps me so much with health coaching. I just love, you don't have to be a nurse to be a health coach, but it really fuels my passion for serving others. So, okay, a little bit about my story, and that will take me right into the next little part about, do you want me to talk about goals now, or am I going to do that later, Dave?
Right now is great.
Okay, good. Well, okay, so I have a large family. My husband Dan and we have 8 children, and we're a blend. And I had 4, he had 1, and we added 3. And that last one, he snuck in there that last little minute that he could have, and I was 45 years old when I had that baby. And so the thing that Dave was saying, what is it that you want? What is it you want more than anything else? My thing is that I want to be the mom who can keep up with that little boy. He's 6 now. And we have a lot of other kids, and we've got grandkids coming. We've just got family going on. And I do not want to be the one sitting back saying, I can't do that anymore. I don't want to be the one to go to his classroom to help out in 1st or 2nd grade and the kids to say, did your grandma come to help? Oh no, that is not going to happen. So I am going to be fit, and I'm going to be going forward for, I don't know, till my kids say, Mom, I'm going to live to be 100, and I plan on it. So God willing, that's what I'm going for. And so with this program, I had baby weight when I had him that I couldn't lose. And a friend of mine introduced me to the program that Dave mentioned earlier. And it helped me not only lose the baby weight, but also to get rid of some pesky challenges that I'd had that were blood sugar related, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. And being a nurse, you'd think that I would know that. But they don't teach this kind of stuff in nursing school. They teach you more how to manage disease, not how to avoid it or to fix things, really. It's a very unique, different ballpark there. So I did learn how to fuel my body correctly, and I've done this now for 6 years. I've maintained a healthy weight. But my next level is the fitness part. Like, I really want to improve my fitness so that I don't have to slow down. Like, I love to water ski. It's my favorite sport. I love it. I've done it for all my life. And I want to do that for a long time to come. Like, give me a slalom ski and a smooth lake, and I'm gone. And I just don't ever want to give that up. So, as we're talking about goals here, I'm not one who loves the word goal. I don't know if maybe it's been used so much that I kind of shut myself off to it. Not to say that others aren't totally lit up by that word, but for me, I kind of term it a little different. So, like, I noticed Dave, he posted the success plan. I love that. Or I also like map. I love to map it out. Measurable action plan. Something that's taking me to that place where I am feeling so optimal and feeling like I look good and I feel good and I can do whatever I want to do. And it really begins in the mind. These things all start here. And if our minds aren't right, you can write goals till you're blue. And if inside your head you're thinking, oh, I can never do that. Oh, I'll start tomorrow. Oh, it's just not convenient for me, or I'm not worthy, or whatever it is that's going on in your brain, it ain't going to happen. So I want to encourage you to stick with this type of thing the Health Games provides us with. Being connected to a support system is key, because what does it do? It puts your head in the right place. So then you can move forward with your action plan, your success plan, your goals, whatever it is that you want to call it. it's there for you. So I have some plans for this challenge. They are to really improve my fitness. The one thing Dave said, what is the one thing that needs to change so that you can get all the other stuff? Mine is to get better rest. If I get better rest at night, go to bed early, get up in the morning, I am then able to get my exercise in, to do my time in the morning, to get centered, to get everything else, and then my day goes as planned. So I have, what I have out there, I have my goal or my vision, my vision, my desire, and that is okay. So let's just take this one step further. So really quickly, Dr. Anderson is the medical director of our program, and he's taught us something about setting goals. And the one thing we want to talk about is the fundamental choice. The fundamental goal is optimal health. I mean, we're all here for that reason. We all want that. Then you've got something else called primary choices that support that goal. Primary choices might be getting the rest, fueling your body correctly, getting rest, getting all those things. And yeah, like this is saying here, the SMART, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound. SMART goals are all of those things. But then you make these other choices that support that fundamental goal. And then you've got the secondary choices, like when you're faced with, do I eat this or do I eat that? Okay, this is going to support my primary goal, which is going to take me to optimal health or optimal fitness. And as you go through those steps in your mind, and your mind is centered and balanced, then you're able to completely see that through to fruition. And so that is my goal. You've got to find something that absolutely lights you up. And when you do, you think about it and focus on it and put those action steps in place. And I could go on. And Dave's giving me a cue. I got to turn it over to Donnie. So Donnie.
Thanks so much, Jan. And I want to have Donnie come in here, and we want to get Mark in here as well. So Donnie, share with us a little bit more about how you use goal setting inside the challenge to inspire yourself to create the life you want to live.
Well, what you just listed, the SMART goals, that creates a structure so that we can eat the elephant, because first you said we need to dream big and we need to think high, right? And what can we do in 28 days? We can do a lot if we break it down and we eat the elephant one bite at a time. And so we want to dream big, but we also want to bring it back down and say, what is the one thing? What is the one thing? And so I loved what Jan was talking about, where, her one thing is getting rest. And so for me, that's also my one thing, where I'm aiming to get to bed by 10 p.m. And it's interesting, I've done every single challenge that we've done so far, and every single one, I'm able to set a new goal and take my health to the next level. I lost my weight 55 pounds 4 years ago. And what I noticed when I reached my goal weight is that I needed another goal. And so my goal was that I was going to run a half marathon. Now, running 13 miles, that was that mountain, okay? And that's eating the elephant. And that's really overwhelming. And I was like, for somebody that couldn't even run 30 seconds, running a half marathon, well, I set a goal. I ordered I registered, which gave me a timeline for when I needed to do it. Then I kind of started doing a training sequence where every day I bit another chunk out of that elephant. And so the health games has helped me keep focused on the baby steps that take me to that mountain summit that you were pointing at.
That's great. Well, thanks so much for sharing. Now I'm going to throw it over to Mark in just a second. He's going to close this up. But as we wrap up tonight, I want you to think about all the different things that you could choose as a goal. And then I want you to narrow it down to the thing that's the most meaningful thing to you, that's going to help you to create the health and the life that you want to create beyond this 28 days. What's going to be the thing that you could be emotionally excited about? Because the challenge is a means to the end. And if you get focused too much on the means and you don't focus on the end, which is the desired outcome in your life and the reason why you're doing the challenge, it can just be a distraction. It can be a hassle. It can be like work. But if you look at the challenge as a means to the end, you can have an amazing optimal life. And to wrap us up, I'm going to bring on Mark Blankenspor again one last time and have him talk a little bit more about how he's using goal setting in the challenge and beyond.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't tire of the challenges. I mean, I've been doing these for 7 years, and it started out with paper and pen. Now it's at least online, and it's something that's more virtual. But For me, early on, it was from the standpoint of setting goals to lose weight and definitely move some of my biometrics forward. Today, for me, as we're even in this summer shape up, it's just the simple things of coming back and looking at those basics. As we heard here tonight, rest, stress management, nutrition, hydration, and just going back to the basics. And I say, even for myself, that I'm a simple guy. Let's keep it simple. That's what I've loved about these challenges. That's what we're seeing over these 4 weeks. Stay plugged into it. I'd say a key thing for me even to continue to leverage those goals is support. I mean, you see that with these people and these testimonials that you hear tonight. You'll see that in your team room and on your team wall also. Stay plugged into that. I found that that's been a huge leverage for myself also, to stay plugged into that support.
Great. Thanks so much, Mark. And I appreciate all of you joining us tonight. You know, we like to say that, you know, when you got a plan and you got some goals or a map or a success plan, life is more exciting. And just like this guy on the screen is, if you had an optimal health plan, I can just tell you that life in the challenge would be more exciting, because it would be more than just doing a challenge to win a few bucks for achieving a weight loss goal or for earning healthy habit points. There'd be something that would be more emotional, that would tie you into wanting to check in and, you know, really prioritizing the process of participating, because now you would have a much bigger desire at the other end of actually doing the work of the challenge. Our health coaching program puts people on the path to optimal health, and we have a physician-led system led by Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson that helps individuals to create optimal health. And the challenge is a great structure for 28 days that you can plug into. But if you're looking for more of a more complete structure, a more supported structure with a little bit more of a personal touch, more personal coaching and more guidance, and a little bit more of simplicity, you know, maybe there's just a lot of counting of calories and portion sizes, and your meal plan's just not real refined to help you to achieve that weight loss goal or that nutrition goal or the body fat percentage goal, talk to your health coach. It may or may not be a fit, but talk to the coach, the team leader that's leading you inside the challenge, and see if it might be something that would serve you and where you want to go with your goals. So thanks everybody for being here tonight. We so appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you here next Tuesday night, and hope that you can be here live, because it's a lot of fun. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Donnie. Thanks, Jan. Thanks, everybody. Have a great challenge week.